Welcome to our quick tutorial on how to use our online fishing guides. We have a fishing guide for freshwater regulations as well as our saltwater regulations. Both can be found on our web page by searching Connecticut DEP Fishing Guide. The layout and structure are the same, but the content is different depending on the type of species that you're looking for. Freshwater are our inland waters and saltwater being Long Island Sound and our marine waters. Each of the fishing guides has a left side menu that are essentially the chapters within the fishing guide, each containing important information about the short title within the link. For example, everything you need to know about our licenses and permits would be found within this link. Select the link, you can move down and find all the information that is there. As some of our pages may be fairly lengthy, we have shortcuts at the top, which will help you jump down to a particular topic. So if you're interested in the Youth Fishing Passport, you won't have to scroll all the way down, you can just click on that. The most important information that people ask us all the time are what are the rules for fishing for particular species and what are the particular rules for fishing at a particular place? So to get the answer to those questions, you're going to be using the species regulation and either the lake and pond regulation or the river and stream regulation on this side. And determining what the fishing regulations are is a simple two-step process. First, you need to look at what the statewide default regulation is, which is our species regulation for that particular type of fish. So an example, we'll go take a look at trout. Again, using the hyperlink to jump down, we can see that the legal methods for trout are angling and ice fishing. You can fish in lakes and ponds, rivers and streams, or our lower tidal waters. The season in lakes and ponds, rivers and streams is the second Saturday in April to the last day in February. And the lower tidal waters, it's open year round. There's no minimum length in inland lakes and ponds, rivers and streams, 15 inches lower tidal waters, and the daily creel limit is 5 and 2 respectively. So these are our statewide regulations. If you are fishing anywhere in the state, these would apply, unless you are fishing in a particular place that has species-specific regulations. And so that's where now you need to go and check that water body. So let's just assume for a minute we're gonna fish in a lake or a pond. And we look down to Amos Lake. We see that it's considered a trout management lake, and it has a season from March 1st to 31st. Your daily creel limit is 1, and it has a 16-inch minimum length. The rest of the time, those statewide regulations would apply to Amos Lake, but from March 1st to March 31st, the daily creel limit is 1 16-inch limit. So that's how you look up special water body regulations. If you were fishing in Anderson Pond, for example, there are no special regulations, so the trout rules that apply to lakes and ponds apply in Anderson Pond. Simple two-step process. Same goes for river and stream regulations. The default regulations for species regulations are shown. However, we have special management areas like trout management areas, trout parks, trophy trout streams, sea run trout streams, and wild trout management areas. These all have special regulations which differ from the statewide default regulations. Just as in the lake and pond section, as you scroll down, you are able to see, if any, special regulations apply. So for example, in the Bantam River, the only special regulation that applies here is that it's fly fishing only as indicated by posters. You are still able to fish from the second Saturday in April to the last day of February, and it's a 5 fish per day per person limit with no size limit. Beacon Hill Brook, on the other hand, is considered a wild trout management area and class 3 of there's 3 classes of our wild trout management areas. It has a 9-inch minimum length, and the trout and salmon stamp is required to fish. It's one of those 4 areas. So once again, it's a simple two-step process. First, you want to check the species regulation that is default for everywhere in the state. And then second, check the specific place that you're fishing, because that will tell you if there's a special custom regulation in effect. We hope you enjoy your fishing experience and that the information in this fishing guides, both saltwater and freshwater, help you to find new places to fish understand how easy it is to fish, and gain a new appreciation for being outside and enjoying Connecticut's natural resources. As always, if you have any questions, you can call us at 860-424-3474 or email us at deep.inland.fishing@ct.gov, and we will be happy to help you at any time.